Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I am bringing you my Easter chocolate treat. So, okay, haven't got actually Easter paper as I'm using my beautiful Tropical Oasis suite, but it's the idea that was there, and it is filled with little Easter chocolate treats. So it still is Easter, even if I haven't used the Easter DSP or anything like that, but I still like it. There we go. But I still think it's a cute little box that would be a great little treat to give someone for Easter. So I'll show you how to make it, and it's really simple. So you need a piece of cardstock, wherever I've lost my scoring tool. You need a piece of cardstock that is 9 by 7, which is 22.5 by 17.5. We're going to score the long side at 1, 3, 5 and 7, and in centimetres that will be 2.5, 7.5, 12.5, 17.5. We're then going to rotate clockwise, and we're going to score the short side at 2, 4 and 6 inches, which would be 5, 10 and 15 centimetres. Okay, that's the scoring bit done. Then we are going to fold and burnish our score lines. And this is Pear Pizzazz, not a colour I've used a great deal of, but I like it. It's nice, and it's a bright green without being bright, if that makes any kind of sense. Obviously it is one of the subtles, but I like it. I don't use it enough really. Okay, so here is your fabulous box. Now what we need to do is start cutting into it. You should have a thin strip up the left hand side and a thin strip across the top. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is spin this round. So now my thin strip is across the bottom and up the right hand side. And what I want to do first is I'm going to cut away this corner square. So right, I was just checking my notes. Cut away the corner square. I'm then going to cut down this horizontal score line, and I'm going to use that to create a tab. Okay, I'm then going to cut down this vertical, and I'm going to use this to create, ignore me, that doesn't seem right, to create a tab. I'm then going to cut down the second horizontal all the way, hold on, let me get this right. I'm just checking, all the way to the fourth square. Okay, I'm then going to cut down this one, and then I'm going to create a wedge there and a wedge just there. Okay, so when you turn it back round, you should have this at the bottom. This square here also now needs to be made into a tab, and then we're going to cut away this top piece. So this is now what we should have. Okay, this now is the top panel. Okay, so what we're going to do here, on the side of the tabs, we're going to cut down 2 of the squares. Okay, we're going to cut away the first square, and we're just going to leave it like that for a moment. Then we're going to cut down the side of this square. Okay, so we now have this shape. I'm going to add my DSP at this point. So I have 6 all the same squares that are 1 1/4 by 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 inches, or 4.5 by 4.5. This is your base, so if you do have directional, you obviously need to make sure it's all going the right way, unless you want to be contraire and have them all at different angles. That is your choice. And I actually think now that I may have done this upside down, but never mind. So popping all my palm trees on there. I'm still putting one on the base. Yes, I have kind of done it wrong, but it's okay. And then my last piece will go on here. Okay, I'm then going to use, whoops, my 1-inch circle punch on this top square here. And I'm just sort of lining it up with the DSP, to be honest. And just punching half a circle there. So let's go ahead and adhere the bottom. Just looking for my good old tear and tape. So I'm going to put a piece on each one of these. Just like that. And then, oh, I forgot that piece as well. Silly. Nearly got too carried away with it all then. So we're going to take this piece off first. Crazy me. Jumping ahead, getting all excited. So we're just going to fold it over to make a normal sort of box shape. And then we're going to take these pieces off. Take the backing off these. Maybe you're better not to use directional paper on this, this project. And what I actually did here is I flicked this round, and what I've done is I put my fingers on the inside, and I'm going to hold these two pieces sort of in, away from being adhered, if you like. And then this top piece will go in, and I'm just literally pushing it all in to place, and then using my fingers that are inside just to push those tabs where they need to be. So now I have a box. So now we need to create these pieces. And to be honest, there was no science behind this. You can measure again if you wish, but all I simply did was from the DSP square, from this top corner here, I cut down and left probably a centimetre at the end. The same this way. Like I said, if you want to measure it, that's fine. But all I need these to do is to just fit inside, so that when I open it up, they will actually stop. Can you see on the top? They just sort of stop where you need to be. Then I pop my little Easter chocolates inside, and then just slide the lid, as it were, back in place. And then I just need to decorate it. And so, first things first then, I have a little bit of the beautiful braided burlap trim. So I have a little bit of that there. Who's run off with it? It's right in front of me, no one has. A little bit of tear and tape. I always like to use tear and tape to hold my ribbon down if it's hidden. It actually worked right, look. This, even though it's wonky, this DSP is the right way round. The rest is all crazy. Yeah, I always like to use tear and tape to hold my ribbon down because I just find it holds it in place a lot better. So just take that backing off and pop that on there. Okay, and I'm going to pop that just to one side. I have some Whisper White here, maybe a bit too much, but I want to use my little flower, which I have here, and I'm going to stamp him in Pear Pizzazz. Just on the corner there, and then I have some Memento, and I'm going with just a little hello, which I'm just going to pop on the middle. Oh, that's super juicy. I re-inked my Memento yesterday, and crikey, you see it's still in my stamp. Crikey, I really did juice that up well. And then I'm actually just going to cut this out a bit because I don't want to put all of that piece of cardstock through my die cutting machine. So I'm just going to get my In the Tropics dies, and then we're going to just quickly use my Big Shot, my die cutting machine, to just whiz this through. So just line, whoops, that up. Is that right? Looks good enough to me. Whiz that through. In fact, that's not actually anywhere close to being right, so bear with me a second. I know I should mark my dies really so that I know which way is the right way, but I never get around to it. That's better. There we go, that's far better. Right, let's run that through. Just quickly move this. So there's my flower. And then I actually used, you can see on this one, I used my markers, but you can use whatever medium you have. If you want to use, I don't know if we have a Pear Pizzazz blend. I'm sure my wonderful friend Halsey would know. She is the blend queen. But yeah, or you could use a blender pen, watercolour pencils, anything really, or you could cut it so that it's right up next to the actual stamped image. This sort of gives it colour without colouring the flower, which I quite like the effect of. And I think it was Martin Stone, who is one of our artisan design team members, who actually showed this brilliant idea. And then I literally just stick this, a couple of dimensionals, one at the top there, one down at the bottom. Oops. And then this will just sit over that there. And then these beautiful trinkets, they're just fabulous. I mean, just look at this little guitar and this delightful little pineapple. I just think they're so cute. Right, bit of a glue dot on the back of this leaf, and then I'm just going to simply tuck him behind that there, and there it is. There's my Easter chocolate treat. Hope you like them. See you all again soon. Bye.